I don't even know who's
Talking
number this is.
Welcome to the bird.
Today we're talking
Netflix. Welcome to the bird. Oh, talking entertainment.
Today we're talking Netflix.
We're talking Netflix. We just saw the trailer to the Defenders. Here you go, John Wong. We just saw the trailer to the Defenders. Pretty. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. I loved when Iron Fist punched Luke Cage right in the mouth and made his lips flap. Made John Wong think that he actually punched out a tooth. He has bones that are unbreakable. This is Luke Cage.
That's how powerful Iron Fist is. Knock out his teeth.
I don't think he's that strong. He's pretty strong, but he can't generate enough chi to destroy the jaw of
But
Luke
anyways,
Cage.
yeah. After that trailer, I'm definitely pumped.
I was psyched to see it. I was psyched to see it as soon as they said they was going to make it. As soon as I saw Daredevil, as soon as I saw Daredevil, I was like, yes. Daredevil was such a great series. The first season.
Daredevil's secretly one of my favorite superheroes.
Yep.
Nothing like a blind man whipping ass.
Yeah.
All right.
And definitely Charlie Cox, that's the guy's name, right? He definitely
Killed it.
shitted on Ben Affleck's portrayal.
I was just about to ask that. Oh, wait. Better costume, Ben Affleck's or the new Daredevil?
Not the new Daredevil.
I never had a problem with Ben Affleck's costume.
My vote's in the air on that. They could have did a little better with the new Daredevil. They could have did better with it.
I'd probably say the new one.
Yep.
Because you hated.
He hated the other one.
The new one. The new one looks realistic. It's not cheesy, almost like the last one. The one that Ben.
I just think about it. The one that Ben Affleck had was more like the comic book, all red.
Definitely, yeah, but
nothing.
It was a different.
His is more patched up. It's got black patches.
Well, they're trying to make it.
Let's check it out.
It's got
more
armor.
realistic.
It's got like more armor on it to it. You know what I mean? All Daredevil wore was a spandex suit, bro. He was a crazy fuck. He wore a spandex suit, and that was it. He didn't have no padding, no armor, nothing, and that's why I felt.
Yeah,
Ben Affleck's was a little better, but I'm not saying that the one on Netflix is shitty. I'm just saying.
I don't know. His shit looks militant, and it was really put together.
It's more futuristic,
and they made it.
It's more
they
with
made
the
it
times.
like more
with the times.
They made it a little bit more realistic.
Contemporary.
They're not just gonna fucking find
more
this type of suit out of nowhere. What did he make that himself? Did Ben Affleck make his own suit?
All
right, go.
They ain't gonna have no fucking.
Ben Affleck's suit has no armor whatsoever, which makes it even more fake.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Thank you very much.
It's all
latex.
The material, yeah, it's all latex. The one from the actual show it's like leather, and then it has patches of black.
My whole point was that
which is like
Daredevil, the comic book, the cartoon nigga, the real Daredevil, he doesn't have armer in his thing. It's just a latex suit. It's a latex suit though.
Listen, this is what we're talking about.
Realistic to if you read the comic books and if you actually know what fucking it's about.
But the comic books,
he didn't have all that pattern and armor.
That was back in the day when they weren't really thinking about the suit design.
Even the new ones, it's all red, nigga. All red latex is all he wears. Daredevil.
That's fucking stupid, though. You know, like how dumb is he?
Is it stupid though? But he's a beast, dog.
How's he? But
He barely gets touched, bro, when he fights, nigga. Come on, dog. He's a beast.
He is a beast. You gotta admit that. Daredevil's
blind man, bro.
So yeah, all four shows.
Think about it though, too. In the beginning, he didn't even have no armor. He did it with a fucking blindfold and fucking Under Armour shirt.
This is gonna be crazy. Jeans. All four characters, all four shows coming together. You got Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Daredevil, and Jessica Jones. Now you can go around. Out of all four Netflix shows, who's your favorite so far? You would say Daredevil, right, Jose?
Yes, but that's only because there's been 2 seasons and and the Punisher's been in it and all that shit. They really went over the top with the Daredevil show.
Angel, your favorite?
Luke Cage.
You're a fucking liar.
Why's that?
Huh?
I said why?
That's my favorite series out of the months apart. I like the Luke Cage series above the Daredevil series, even though Daredevil, I like the whole story of Luke Cage.
Luke Cage has a good story.
It's a good story, yeah.
I would say,
I just feel like it was too much.
Too much what?
They made all the other shows kind of keep up with the times, like trying to be more up to date. Like if it was happening in our time, that one they kind of.
I thought it was smart because
they kind of went back. It was like it was back in the day.
In the Luke Cage series,
you know what I'm saying?
I just want to say this. Luke Cage series gives a throwback to Iron Man 2. Justin Hammer, the guy that was making his suit. He buys that weapon that shoots Luke Cage with the bullet. He buys it from him. So that's cool how they connected that part of the MCU.
They did that in Jessica Jones.
Yeah, but
They talk about the big green guy and the guy with the hammer.
Yeah, they talk about it, but he actually got a weapon. It was
Justin
actually a
Hammer?
part. Yeah, he got the bullet.
From Justin Hammer.
Yeah.
But that's not even that big of a deal compared to.
I love Justin Hammer, man.
No, but I do like the callback. I do
they
like
mentioned
how
Justin
that's
Hammer.
related. But I was to say, my favorite. This is cop out, but it's kind of a tie. I can't decide between Jessica Jones and Daredevil.
That's me too.
All right. They're really good, and to Jose's point, he did say Daredevil because it had 2 seasons.
But if it wasn't Daredevil,
But I was gonna say Daredevil season 1, I think, is better than season 2. Season 2 for me was a little bit of a letdown, only because it starts off strong and starts out fast, and it kind of I kind of feel like the second season lost a little bit of its focus towards the end.
Love Jessica
Jones, that whole first season was
she's sex, yeah.
It was a good
She had a lot
story.
of sex, but Kilgrave
Kilgrave
was off the top.
Okay.
He was the best villain.
You know what?
He's better than the Kingpin.
I'll say
I was gonna say I really love Kingpin,
What?
but he was better.
I'm not saying
He's better.
in a whole comic book sense that he's better than the Kingpin. I'm saying
and the TV
in
show.
the TV shows that we've watched,
First,
How he played it, or what you saying, like the
no,
powers?
and
all of it.
first,
Because
how he played it and all that. I hate that.
pretty-
I hate the dude that played Kingpin. I'm sorry.
No, what?
The dude from Law and Order.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God,
Vince is my guy,
I
man.
hate
Get out of
him.
here.
What was it, Vince?
But let's
So,
get back into-
So I was saying, yeah. So now after talking about that, I'm gonna go with Jessica Jones. But
She had the best.
I say
she had the best. She had the best villain.
both. Yeah, she has the best villain, but both villains. No, it's kind of a tie in that too.
You know what's
Both
funny?
villains are complex
Yeah.
in different
What about-
ways.
You know what's funny?
Cottonmouth. I like Cottonmouth.
And he
Yeah,
was,
but he died.
Jessica.
Yeah,
that
but
bad.
I'm a
that was
tie.
bad, though.
I'm a
Wasn't
tie
bad.
between.
Yeah, we're all
Brandon.
I'm a tie between Jessica Jones and Daredevil as well. But if I have to choose one, I'm choosing Daredevil. Only because of the reason I have Jessica Jones up there is probably because of Kilgrave. Not as much as Jessica Jones, it's more of Kilgrave.
You know what?
That's why-
You know what I liked in Jessica Jones, even though she has superhero powers. In
Felt like a regular show.
This whole season, you still feared for her. She was vulnerable at the same
Yeah, you
time.
still felt like it was a regular show.
You had a villain that could use mind control, and she could be stopped. Where in other shows, like I said, that's the problem with Superman. He's so or Superman or Wolverine. They're so powerful, nothing can defeat them. They're unstoppable. So a little of the suspense goes away. Jessica Jones did a good job.
Yeah.
Doing it, making her vulnerable.
But I would give it slightly to Daredevil because I feel like Daredevil as a character and the actor was better.
Plus, Daredevil already has 2
So
seasons.
I feel like
that's why.
even though I feel like Jessica Jones did
Jessica
more.
Jones is good.
Jessica
though,
Jones
too.
did
And
more
it's a
in her
known
show.
It's a known actress.
My thing is
that
she
we know,
did
too.
she
It's
did
not like-
more she did more in her show as like a character, but I feel like,
she's almost in every scene.
but I feel like Daredevil was just better. I feel like the guy was better and all that.
Charlie Cox.
He just the thing is
Charlie
in
Cox, my dude.
Daredevil they wasn't a lot that they gave him to do. It was a lot of the same shit. So he wasn't. I feel like, but he was just if he would have did more, if they would have gave him more to do in his show, it would have been over the top even
all right,
more.
I'll ask this: are we all in agreement that Iron Fist is the weakest of the bunch?
I say that.
that
No.
was a TV show.
That was the one I didn't
No.
like the most.
I say that.
I like Luke Cage the least.
You like
Luke Cage
you,
is the least.
You think
That's
Iron
why
Fist was
you're-
better than Luke Cage?
Why?
The story was
Why?
better.
Why?
Story.
The story was
What?
good. It was a
What?
good story.
All right, all right.
What do you mean?
Confession. I'm not.
I don't want to get too much into it because you haven't seen it.
My thing
Sorry.
is
The whole thing.
No, I
my
haven't
thing
seen the
is everybody that says they like Iron Fist. That's the only reason they got on why they're putting Iron Fist up there. There's no other reason.
because
But you can get all right.
the story. It's not because of the fight sequence. It's not because of the
fight
actors.
was good.
It's not because of the acting. Everybody
It's
says
definitely
because of the story.
flawed.
So everybody's getting drawn into Iron Fist because of the story that it has. But you're not really getting drawn into it for anything else.
No, I'm getting
because I didn't like it.
The way the show was
the
played
fighting
out.
was so subpar.
The way the shit played out.
The fighting was subpar.
Yeah, the choreography,
That was the worst
They slowed it
choreography
down.
in the whole
Rotten
series.
Tomatoes.
It was
To see
slowed
where you
down,
guys
bro, compared
are.
to all
And they
those
had to
shows.
speed it up.
Yeah, but they
They did it slow and they sped it up. Almost
And I
like
was-
almost like Ip Man.
The problem,
like I said too. Remember what I said? He's like, what does this guy really know about fighting?
I didn't-
before he got this role. He had to
Yeah,
probably learn a
I
bunch
mean,
of shit.
but-
So you know what I mean? It's gonna look sloppy at first.
Right, so you
But
say
no, but my thing is, why are you going grabbing him as an actor then to do this? If you why not grab
actor.
why not grab a stunt
he was a
double?
good actor.
Or
Was
grab-
he a good actor?
Or why not give him training? Like how long have they have? You're telling me this show's only been in production for a year or under a year? Why not have him train that shit
It
for?
hasn't been that long since they said
Nigga, it hasn't been.
They've had
Only,
it
it's
planned
not only
for
been a year. It's been
longer
longer
than
than
a
a year. And my
Probably
thing is,
now, but
my
when
thing
we
is, if they're
first-
gonna choose an actor to do that, Why not make sure he knows how to do martial arts?
I feel like the action sequences in that show is a little bland.
At the end of the day, who are they gonna find that looks like somebody like the guy that is Iron Fist, a rich white guy?
A lot of people wanted
that knows karate.
I bet you this guy doesn't even look like Iron Fist.
A rich white guy knows karate.
He does. He actually does.
Look at
because he's white. He's not that curly hair, but he is white. I hope you know that. He's a blonde white dude. So, and he's supposed to be a blonde white billionaire.
Oh, back to the Daredevil. Back to Daredevil too. Daredevil in the 90s had a red and black suit that had like armor on it, and I think that's what they tried to replay in the show. So that's why they have that suit.
All right. Talk about all right. So Jose, you said you think Luke Cage is the weakest for you. Did you like Luke Cage though?
Yeah.
Because here I said
all the shows.
A lot of people would probably be in.
So in all
I said, my biggest
in
thing
all
is
the
that
pictures,
every show kept up with the time. Like I said, trying to make it like it was happening.
In all the pictures that I've seen,
17 or 16, whatever.
All the pictures that I've seen,
that one was more like 1990s, It felt like back in the day.
All the pictures that I'm seeing right now, all the pictures that I'm seeing right now of Iron Fist, he all has straight hair.
Yeah, curly hair. He doesn't supposed to have curly hair.
Every single one has straight hair. So you're telling me you couldn't find a white man that has straight hair that knows how to do martial arts?
It's hard to find a white man that knows martial arts.
In Hollywood,
you fucking get
in Hollywood.
You could have got
are they a good actor?
Steve Thompson.
But are they a good actor? Can they act like he acted? Because he acted really good in this show, bro, and that's one of the reasons why the show was good.
All right.
She got Steven Thompson.
It wasn't that.
I think the actors, but I don't like him, man. I don't like Jose.
Yeah,
but I was gonna say,
Steven Thompson.
A lot of people would probably agree with this. They say,
they can't act for shit. They better speak English.
Iron Fist is the weakest one, but I'm not. I don't think everyone would necessarily say that Iron Fist was a good show either. Where
no, I wouldn't say it's better than Luke Cage.
I don't think it's better. Like I said, I'm only halfway through the show. I'm 7 episodes in, and all 3 other shows that came out the day that they got released, I finished it within the week of. And we've now been like 2 months, 3 months into Iron Fist, and I haven't gotten through it yet because it hasn't.
I just want to say,
gotten my attention.
The only series that I sat down and watched all the way through to the very end was Luke Cage. One day. I watched it.
Luke Cage kind of fell apart towards the end too. Introducing his brother like that was a little.
Yeah, that was a little bit off.
Yeah, he was like the main guy at the end.
Guess what? Okay, let's go towards the critics.
That's a weak part.
We'll go with the critics right now. Out of the four.
Yeah, but when it comes to Rotten Tomatoes, based on TV shows, I don't take
87% for Daredevil. That's good. 91% for Jessica Jones. 96% for Luke Cage. 17% for definitely he's gonna put.
What do the fans think though?
Let's go.
You can click on that.
I
know critics are kicking
78%.
So people do. Sorry, so people are enjoying Iron Fist.
Good.
But not as much as people are enjoying all the other shows. Like I said, it's been hard. I am going to get through it. I'm going to finish it definitely before the Defenders.
I didn't mind it. 70. All right, I didn't mind it at all.
From the Defenders trailer, it looks like Iron Fist is going to be better suited in an ensemble cast rather than being.
Yeah, the only reason
star.
a big reason why Luke Cage is good too is because I just read right now. It says it's relevant to presenting a bulletproof black superhero in an era of Black Lives Matter movement.
I said
that's
it's
only
contemporary
reason right now, probably that people will consider this show better.
What? I'm sick and tired of seeing
because of the time
these white
that we're going through right now.
I'm sick and tired of that. Where's the Spanish superheroes at? We're starting to get the black people. You got War Machine. You got Falcon.
They're busy stealing, Angel.
What? Who's the Spanish ones? You're right. And the only Spanish, like, let's go to Spanish portrayals in Marvel Cinematic Universe. We would be Ant-Man, right?
Yeah.
Ant-Man's buddy, who is
Spanish.
A thief. I'm just saying. It's just ironic that the one major Spanish role in
we would earlier I was talking about vulnerability. That to me is a problem that I think Luke Cage is. If they're gonna have a second season, they're gonna run into problems because again he has his power is he's armored skin and like nothing can pierce through him. They came up with a plot, and it was it was so how they executed it with the brother trying to kill him and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But for Luke Cage to continue, there's got to be a compelling reason who he's got to fight. Who's going to be able to take down him? I feel like he's kind of too unstoppable.
That's why you can't have him in his own series unless.
But they are going to. There's going to be a second season.
Second season.
Yeah,
definitely. Jessica Jones has to be more part of his series because he was in her series.
Every single show's been greenlit for a new season except for Iron Fist at the moment, but it's still too early to tell.
You know they're gonna have the Punisher.
Yeah.
They got so many.
The Punisher's TV series
that's gonna tie into the MCU right now. So,
what did you think, Brandon, of the Punisher?
The Punisher.
He's supposed to be in Defenders too.
I thought it was really good. I thought he was going to get his own show.
He's got his own series now. He won his own series. He was like that portrayal was like.
I really like the guy that played him too.
Yeah, John Berthel.
Punisher's best moment was the prison sequence.
Which one?
In season 2.
Daredevil?
When he has to, Daredevil, Punisher has to take on all those guys in prison.
Oh, in the prison scene, yeah.
Was brutal.
Yeah.
That is Punisher's best moment in the series, I think.
Kingpin still messes him up at the end, but he got through a bunch of people.
That was pretty brutal.
That was bloody.
Really good.
He's just the big. You know, I was reading a comic book series. It was called Original Sins or something like that. Yeah. Right? I forget the name of it. So in the series, they give like name titles for each character. They put like Wolverine, the best it is what he does, or Spider-Man, the amazing, neighbor, your friendly neighborhood, and then put Punisher, the biggest mass murderer in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. No, my bad. The biggest mass murderer in Marvel Universe.
Right, so what's the release date for Defenders? It's going to be an 8-episode series. Sigourney Weaver's going to be the villain. And Brandon, you said she's not. It's still yet to be revealed who she's playing as. You said it's going to be an original character.
Yeah, she's not playing anybody that was in the comics. She's playing somebody that's going to be tied into all 4 of them.
I like that though. And the Hand's definitely going to come into play for that. Elektra looks like she's going to be one of the main villains too. They were fighting her in the
back
trailer.
to life, the Hand.
I did not notice that.
Yeah, they brought that into the Iron Fist. How that Hand resurrects. Yeah, people from the dead.
Well, you could tell at the end of the episode too.
They can't be killed though. They'll be revived. You don't probably like chop their head off. You know how the magic mumbo jumbo goes. Like,
I've seen Highlander. I know how it is.
Chop his head off. Off with his head. That's why that queen, the Queen of Hearts, is off with his head. It's called Original Sin. That comic.
Yeah, I am definitely psyched for it, and I can't wait. I just see how it's all connected because you also have Jessica Jones's friend Trish. She plays
a Hellcat.
Yeah,
she's supposed to play.
I hope she's in it.
You think that she's gonna play the super? You actually get into it?
Put everybody in it.
Misty's still supposed to get a cybernetic arm from Iron Man.
Yeah, in the comic book she does.
Yeah, so
they work that into the show as well.
You can imagine, or probably just in the movie. Like she appears in the movie and they're giving people just like they were attacked, let's say in New York, and then Iron Man has to go visit supposedly the Defenders, and he sees Misty Stone and gives takes her, gives her a cybernetic or something like that. I don't know what they're doing with Infinity War, but I'm telling you, 64 people are going to be in that. You think the Defenders are going to end up?
It's the movie's what? Infinity War come out 2018, right?
2018.
Yeah, there's in August.
When's the show
August, I think.
This show?
Wait.
Yeah, it's on the.
When's the movie though? Infinity
War
next year.
18, right?
2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have time to put them in it, and there's gonna be a part 2 too. They're gonna put the Defenders in there, I think. Definitely. I think the Defenders will make an appearance in the.
Maybe a cameo that would be sick too.
That's sick. Even Sylvester Stallone's characters.
They can do whatever they want. They can combine niggas from this show to that show to this movie to that show.
I do like how everything's connected like that.
It's really easy for them.
But Infinity War, that's why they're saying this. They're saying this movie's gonna be like no other movie that anybody's seen.
So bringing in shows, bro, bringing in all everything, bro.
Bringing in everything, yeah, exactly. 64 determined. You have to count 64 comic book characters are gonna show up in the movie. So you have to come with your because what's his name? Thanos has a team. He has at least like I would say 5 people in his black guard or something like that. So he has 5 people that are gonna help him out. On top of that, who else he's gonna get to fight the Avengers? Because the Avengers are stacked. They got a bunch of people.
I was gonna say, so
come.
who do you think's gonna end up stealing the show? And this is 8.
And the Defenders.
This 8-episode
Yeah,
miniseries. Which character are you most looking forward to seeing, and who do you think really does? Who's going to be the star of this? I know it's supposed to be an ensemble. They're going to come together, but we're going to be one person that's more critical than the other in the show.
Iron Fist. It looks like
I was going to say,
I think
Imagine if it's Iron
Going
Fist.
away from what I said earlier, it's probably going to be Iron Fist.
That'd be crazy.
But my thing is, that's because people probably aren't expecting a lot from him. So when he does,
you know what's gonna happen?
overperform, they're gonna be like, they're gonna like it a lot. They're gonna be okay with it.
I think the Defenders.
Whereas, like, if Daredevil, Jessica Jones, or Luke Cage don't really do stuff that's over the top, they're gonna look at it as like, oh, it wasn't really as good as their other show, or like they weren't really that great. But I feel like Iron Fist has the most to gain.
In this, and the Marvel universe, and the actual comic books, this is how their relationship is. Luke Cage is married to Jessica Jones, and his best friend is Iron Fist,
Luke Cage's best friend,
and his other best friend is Daredevil. His 2 best friends are Daredevil and Iron Fist, and vice versa. So they're like 3 best friends basically. So his 2 best. Basically, if you're gonna break it down, it would be Luke Cage who is gonna be the main, because it's his 2 best friends and his wife, and it's all that dynamic. They're all together, and it's supposed to. If you go by comic books, it's supposed to be Luke Cage is the leader. He's supposed to lead them. If anybody's gonna be like the lead position, it would be him, and then his 2 best friends are Daredevil and Danny Rand.
Yeah, we can go around the table and talk about Jose. What are you most looking forward to from this show?
I mean, I'm hoping that maybe some type of twist where like all the villains come together somehow.
I want to see
like
Kingpin.
Purple, like King, like have Kingpin, Purple,
the little fucking Asian lady,
Purple Man, Purple Man.
Too bad he died. Yeah,
Kilgrave
Kilgrave was so good, and they killed him off though.
Kilgrave?
Yeah, and Kilgrave's not coming back.
That's so
the creators from the creators of Jessica Jones said that he was out of it.
Unless the hand revive him.
It was a shame. Like, he did such a good job as the villain, and he was complex too. I fucking hated him.
Luke Cage was his brother, right? But what happened to him?
He didn't die. He got arrested. He had the old Rocky V showdown. Hey, let's go fight in the streets.
You can imagine
that was a little corny too. And Luke Cage's street fight, the street fight between his brother. They copied Rocky V and that shit.
That shit was it was like back in the day type shit. I was like, what? And I kind of got like the whole movie was like that.
Out, man.
Oh man, it was really annoying.
Whatever.
It was cheesy.
I don't think it was that bad.
It wasn't bad. It was not. So, anyways,
Luke
Cage is supposed to be the leader, no matter what.
So he said he wants all the villains. What are you most looking forward to? What do you expect?
I hope that happens. What he just said. I hope they show what I'm saying. They hope they show Luke Cage, because Luke Cage is supposed to be the leader, and that it looks already there's gonna be like a conflict that Danny Rand and Luke Cage are gonna be like battling for that. Who's supposed to be in charge?
Who's stronger?
Who's stronger? Luke Cage.
But that's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying that's what they're gonna be battling about. Who's stronger? Because Iron Fist, even though he doesn't have superhuman strength, he's gonna think he's stronger.
So you think Stick is being the Master Splinter, and they're like the fucking Ninja Turtles right now?
All right, so we out there. Do we think this is gonna? We're hoping this is gonna be the best. Like, this is gonna be epic. This is gonna be the best thing that's ever happened in fucking Marvel. It's gonna be great.
No.
Is there any chance in your mind that you think this may not work and this may suck?
No, I don't think that.
Nah, man.
Look out for Punisher.
Any chance that it sucks, Brandon?
No. All right. Hold on.
All right,
No, I don't think
go
it's gonna
something.
suck.
Tell me
I
something
think
in
it's gonna be
Marvel
good.
that sucks, like really sucks, really bad from the MCU.
From the MCU,
Really, really, really bad that you will not watch it.
Aren't they supposed to be? Aren't they supposed to be in?
Yeah, wait till you
Infinity War?
watch the rest. You got 6 more episodes,
Infinity
bro.
War, you said
You got 6
maybe.
more episodes, dog.
They're supposed to be in it, no?
Who?
The Defenders.
What do you mean?
They're supposed to
maybe
be
they
in
can
the
make a
movie.
cameo appearance, but they
Probably
have.
will be. Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody from
The Avengers makes an
the
appearance.
Guardians of the Galaxy makes an appearance in.
Also-
Oh, is it Avengers?
Avengers. It have to be
Yeah.
It
Avengers.
would have to be
Yeah,
Avengers.
I mean,
You know what I want to see in this?
Someone from the Avengers is
show-
going to make an appearance at the end of the show.
Again,
That'd be dope.
And then that's going to
I'll watch all 8
go to the
episodes
movie,
one
and then,
day.
and then they're going to have Infinity War.
I
They're
don't-
gonna be in it.
I don't
That's
think
the next
they'll
time you
get
see
to
them.
that.
They won't have a season 2, but the next time you see them,
That's why. That's why it comes out in August.
I'm
You have
telling
no
you,
time
they're
to
gonna
build up.
they're
to
gonna
it.
have this show, and
They
then
won't even. They can have him. They
and
can
then
have
the
him
next time
cameo,
you-
bro.
the
They
next
can
time you
have
see
him.
them
They
won't
can
be a
have an
season
end
2, it's
scene
gonna
at
be
the end of
Infinity War.
Infinity War
Because,
1.
but my thing is, if you have them in Infinity War, and then you have a season 2 come out after Infinity War, you know how many people are gonna want to watch season
Right.
2?
You can connect this to the movies and get it, and he has an easy way to do it. And this, I was just about to say this. I said I think it's gonna be good too. I hope it's fucking good. What I want, and you can connect it to the movie franchise. You have the fucking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. come in one of the episodes, and Coulson's
That's
going
how
to
it
tie
would
this
be.
up to get into the movies. If the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. make an appearance in this shit,
They can do that,
This is
because
going to be
Agents
off
of
the
S.H.I.E.L.D.
hook.
already
And
done
this is, if anything, even if the Defenders don't get into the movies,
I can't
this
wait
is
to
still
see
a
it.
shared universe in the TV series. You need to have the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. come into play.
I think
I've never watched that
they
show.
could have. They could do something.
should.
They could do something at the end of
started
Infinity
it,
War. They
so-
could do so much at the end of Infinity War. Where they just,
I gotta
where they
start
just,
watching.
hey, where
My
they
thing
just
is,
make it, they can make a
so
quick
many characters
appearance.
in that movie that they're gonna.
They
have
can
to
even
make an
say
appearance.
it.
Yeah,
They can even say, hey, we gotta go stop by Hell's Kitchen. Mention Hell's Kitchen and eat a little bit in the movies, and that's all you need, and you know
Yeah,
something's
because you
gonna
don't
happen.
think fucking Shield is taking tabs on Luke Cage, taking
Almost.
tabs
On everybody.
on fucking
All
Nick
the
Fury. They
Daredevil.
don't think they know who these people are.
Pop
what's
up right
going
at the
on.
end, that'd be great. Pop up right at the end.
you know what?
We need a Nick Fury and a
Maybe
Luke
at the end of this show to
See.
to add a little weight to it. Maybe Iron Fist dies in the end.
Nah, no.
Maybe he doesn't get a second season because he just dies.
I think
Sacrifice for the team.
nobody's
Taking
gonna
one for
die.
the team.
I don't think anybody's gonna die in this.
You keep them
Defenders series.
intact.
That's the problem with the Marvel movies, though. It's a bit of a letdown.
Infinity War is gonna kill some
characters.
Avengers. Trust and believe that.
Oh, of course.
Don Cheadle, definitely gone.
Oh, that motherfucker should have died the last movie.
He's gone this one.
He's dead. Yeah,
He's dead. He's dead this one.
Tony
His
Stark's
clock's
about to
ticking.
die. He's old in real life.
so is
he's done.
Cap. Cap's gonna die.
Iron Man's gonna die, and they're gonna have to get a new Iron Man in like a couple years.
It'll be a black teenage girl. That's what they did in the comic books recently.
Nah, but you know what it is in the comic books? It's she's one of them. She's called Ironheart, and Iron Man is still Iron Man because Tony Stark left his conscience inside of a computer. So now he's like Jarvis, and he's controlling this Iron Man suit.
So I'm telling you, he's
Computer.
gonna die. He's gonna die, and they're gonna figure out that he
To
left
do
some
that,
shit
they can do
behind
that.
to do that.
There you
No,
go.
he's gonna leave it behind
Tony
against
Stark.
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark left his brain, his mind, his conscience inside of a computer. So now
You know
he's
who's
like
gonna die?
Who?
Iron Man and Captain America.
Captain America.
Both
Yeah,
of
probably.
them.
I said that.
Yeah.
Two of the biggest
Bofa?
ones. Bofa, done for.
No way.
Yes.
They're gonna
Telling
kill
you.
him.
There's gonna be so
Hey,
many.
They're gonna kill the both of them. They gotta start making
man,
new
I think it'll be-
stars. It's all an empire. Everybody forever like Iron Man and Captain America, and they'll watch the rest. They need people. I think Iron Man 2 was one of the highest.
I'll tell you,
movies of all
hey,
time.
this
That's what I'm
is a-
saying. They can't be Iron Man, but if you kill Captain America, you can just put
Nigga, you
Bucky
had-
right in his spot.
you know
That's how
many
the story
people-
goes.
That's what I'm saying. Kill the both of them, though. You know
I
how
still,
many?
I still don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, but
Defenders
it's like then
probably
you got
won't be
no
in the
Iron
Avengers.
Man, nigga, for a while. At least 5-6 years before you can make
I think
another
they'll make
Iron
a
Man
cameo
movie.
along the lines of
You can't even make it. Maybe
they'll
even
make-
10
look,
years
they'll
before you
make
make
the
another
cameo
Iron
along the
Man
lines
movie.
of like, oh, there's a battle in New York, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and they'll make the cameo then. Unless you're like in
Right.
New York.
But
I heard you.
to get back to
10 years.
to the Defenders, let's all make a pact right now. The day that it comes out, we watch it all straight in one day, and we come back.
Watch what?
And Defenders. When this 8-hour event comes through, in one sitting we watch it, and we come straight to podcast
So I have to do it on like a
and
Monday.
review it. Yeah,
Just start watching it at 12 by 8 o'clock.
let's do it up. Defenders is going to be the shit. We think it's going to be the shit. We hope we can come back and look back at this, what we just talked about, and be like, oh yeah, we were right. Oh, this is great. And hopefully it's not a shit show. I don't think it's going to be, but it's going to be hard to juggle a lot of characters and make it come together. But hey, they fucking did it with the Avengers, and I'm sure, again, Marvel comes through so many times. Time and time again. They haven't let us down yet in the MCU anyways.
Isn't it the Russo brothers too?
No, not directing the show, but yeah, the Avengers movie.
Who's directing the Avengers movie?
Yeah, it's the Russo brothers. Yeah, for the
They're gonna fucking put so many fucking motherfucking.
We're talking about Defenders, motherfucker. I know.
As soon as they got a chance, though.
But yeah, I can't wait.
All right, it was nice.
It was nice. See you later, alligator. All right, that was gay. Wait, 68 characters. I'm gonna shut this off, Bruce. Don't worry.
Is the mic still on?
Yeah,
it is. Just leave it on.
You'll edit it out anyways.
Yeah, I could edit it out.
Just leave it on.
Thanks for joining us here, talking Netflix.
Talking Netflix.
This is talking entertainment, baby.
You think we could guess all
Let's just keep
16
talking
characters?
about it. We might as well just go into Infinity War and talk
Fuck
about
it.
that.
Let's talk about trailers. Have you seen the trailer to Infinity War? It hasn't even come out yet. But did you see like the featurette that they showed for the Infinity War? Like they showed it was Chris Pratt, Robert Downey, and Tom Holland all standing together.
Yes.
So you know that.
That was cool, but
Alright, pause it for a second and restart it. Let's show us the trailer to Thor Ragnarok, and we'll talk about that movie.
Well, it's all good.
I want to talk about something we've seen though. I don't want to talk about trailers.
Well, that's just stop it for a second. But yeah, we were just talking about what have we seen recently. We couldn't come up with it. That's why we just started having a
All right, so but let's figure something out. We figured something out. We picked the Defenders, but we watched the shows.
We could just talk about shit. That's what podcasts are about, man.
Talk about shit.
Have you ever seen podcasts?
No, we need to talk about what people want to hear.
You still need to have a subject.
You need to talk about what people want to hear, bro.
Like, what do you want to hear about? What you like? What do you like, Bruce? What's your delight?
Marijuana. Like, we can talk about marijuana.
We can talk about weed all the time.
All day.
I love it.
I need to watch. There's a bunch of fucking things on Netflix
movies.
I need to watch.
Like, you ever seen the TV show Weeds?
Yeah.
I used to like that shit.
Yeah, let's talk about Dexter. You guys watch Dexter?
No, Dexter's kind of gay.
I see the
Not the cartoon, the show.
No, Dexter's Laboratories Demands. I'm talking about Dexter, the fucking...
Yo, okay, don't fucking disrespect. How about The Wire?
Serial killer, whatever he is. I don't care.
Let's talk about...
It's like a what?
The Celtics. About Did the Spurs win today?
I'm telling you,
Oh, there's some shit going on right now.
I'm reading some shit right now. That's exactly what I said is about to happen. They're about to kill off all these niggas to make new fucking stars, nigga.
Yeah.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
Hold on. Black Panther. They Doctor Strange, nigga. Ant-Man.